Hello everyone, and welcome to another video created with opulent intentions. Today we are going to be talking about principalities, egregores, and outdated belief systems. I do have my notes here, so if you see me look at them, I'm looking and I know how to read. I do have children. I am a mother, so if you hear them, they are well taken care of. There are multiple adults upstairs, and I got a couple kids who can speak English. So they know how to come and tell me if there's something going on. All right, here we go. Have you ever stopped and wondered whether the thoughts in your mind were truly your own? What if some of the thoughts, fears, struggles, and habits you're carrying don't actually belong to you? What if you've unknowingly inherited belief systems, generational patterns of behavior, religious programming, or collective energies that are influencing your life every single day? Today we are going to talk about egregores, principalities, and outdated belief systems, and how these forces may affect us spiritually, mentally, and physically. Depending on your spiritual background, principalities are often understood as powerful spiritual forces that influence communities, cultures, institutions, and even entire nations. Rather than focusing on one individual, they can appear through collective patterns such as fear, division, hopelessness, greed, scarcity, or oppression. Do you know what an egregore is? If so, comment below. If not, you can learn something new every day. An egregore is often described as a collective thought form created when groups of people repeatedly invest thoughts, emotions, belief, attention, and energy into the same idea. The more attention something receives, the stronger it becomes. Think about family beliefs, cultural expectations, religious teachings, social media friends, and workplace cultures. Here are some signs that you may be influenced by an outdated belief system. You may be operating under an inherited belief system if you find yourself saying things like, "That's just how my family is. This is just what we do. This is how I was raised. That's how things have always been." And sometimes these beliefs help us. Other times they become invisible cages that prevent growth. Think about that. Is there a certain familial pattern that you can recognize in your family? And is it currently assisting your family or leaving your family needing assistance? Think about it. Let me know below. I bet you're wondering how these influences affect us. Well, spiritually, they may disconnect us from our own intuition and authenticity. Mentally, they can create feelings such as guilt, anxiety, fear, and self-doubt. Emotionally, they can keep us trapped in cycles of shame, resentment, or hopelessness. Physically, chronic stress will attack any part of the body. It can affect our sleep, energy, focus, and overall well-being. Here's 3 questions you can ask yourself if you feel like you're dealing with an outdated belief system. Question number 1. Who taught me this? Ask yourself. When, where, how, who? 2. Is it helping me grow? When we don't have that mob mentality, the ability to modify outdated beliefs, we end up stuck in the same patterns that our ancestors were stuck in, that people of our same culture or religion are stuck in, and you don't want to be stuck no more. That's why you're watching. And number 3, would I still believe this if no one around me believed it? These questions often reveal inherited programming that has been mistaken for truth. Now you may be wondering, okay, I have this information, but what can I do with it? Here are some spiritual remedies and growth practices that I encourage you to participate in. Prayer. I don't care who you're talking to or how you're talking, that's up to you. You have your own free will, okay? But talk to a higher power, talk to ancestors who have your highest, best interest in mind, body, and spirit. Talk to God, who always is aligned with your highest good, with your highest self. Talk to your highest self, who's always aligned with your pure intentions. Meditation, You will never regret taking a moment of mindfulness in your life. Journaling, shadow work, spending time in nature, doing energetic cleansing, energetic rituals. You can seek wise counsel. There are many spiritual practitioners, mental health practitioners, psychologists, therapists whom you can speak to. I even offer venting sessions, and you can tell me if you want to hear my rebuttal, if you want me to say something, if you want me to give you a reading, if you're interested in receiving a card or receiving a message from me, or you could just say, shh. I don't want nobody to say nothing. I don't want no judgment. I just want to let this go. And we will release it. But you must intentionally replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones to help create change in your life. Instead of saying things like, I always struggle with money, start saying, I am learning healthier ways to build wealth. I have a whole video on just money affirmations alone. I encourage you to go watch that, because what come out your mouth is very powerful. So make sure you're saying things that are in alignment with your assignment, that are in alignment with your purpose, and that are in alignment with the way that you currently want to live, not the way you used to live. Instead of saying everyone in my family is crazy, everyone in my family is unhealthy, girl, they don't know what they doing, try and become the cycle breaker. Make sure they ain't saying that about your family no more. Let me tell you something. You could change a narrative on your family. I had to step into the position to do so. When I went to a new high school, I learned that my family had a reputation at that school for whooping ass, opening up a can of whoop ass. Mink. They thought I was part of the Mink crew. I was not part of the Mink crew, but they were part of the Mink crew. So if you wanted to get Mink, I could call one. My uncle told me that they had to have a meeting with 70 other parents. Okay, they was some terrorists. They was some terrorists at that school, okay? So they called me up to the front office on my very first day of school, and they were like, we know your last name, we know your family, don't come here and do all that. And I proved to them, not only am I going to be the one to come in here and show you that my family is a name in which we can uphold and we have values and morals. Baby, I was the first one to graduate at that school out of my whole family, and I had several family members at that school. Okay. I changed the narrative and the beliefs about who my family was going to be and how we was going to do it, and my other cousins are putting themselves in positions to do the same thing. Not every battle is physical. Some battles are fought in the mind. Some are fought in the spirit. Some are inherited through generations, communities, and collective belief systems. Awareness is the first step toward freedom. The moment you begin to question what you've inherited is the moment you create the opportunity to consciously create change and choose what comes next. Before I leave, I want you to ask yourself, what is one belief you've had to unlearn in order to become the person that you are today? Let me know below. Comment, tell me how you like this video and if you learned something new. I hope to see you again on my next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.